Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a minute. You know, yeah, this is a different setting. I don't really have time to do it when I'm at home because, having a baby and trying to do something by yourself doesn't work out. This is the only free time I have when I'm on break at school. So be it, right? People are probably gonna be looking at me. I'm gonna be like, hello? I'm gonna have to play it off like, oh yeah, I'm talking to myself. So, anyways, hello, what does that mean? I guess I'm going to do the story time of my labor and delivery. So let's get started. Anywho, so my labor was 38 hours. How exciting, right? It started December 12th at 1 a.m. I woke up to some weird cramping and I was like, maybe I'm just uncomfortable. So I kept tossing and turning and I couldn't get comfortable. And then it started to get more like a cramp, like a period cramp. If you're a girl, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like a period cramp, but then a little bit more. I was like, Braxton Higgs, the baby's moving. I don't know. So then I was tossing and turning until like, I want to say 4 a.m. And then I got up to go to the bathroom and I saw that I was bleeding a little bit. Not like to the point that I had to run to the hospital, but just a little bit. So I told my mom to come so she can see and tell me what she thinks I should do. So I was in there and she said, well, like, how do you feel? What are you feeling? And I told her, the cramps. And she said, do you think they're contractions? Like, how long are they? I wasn't really timing them. I was tired. I just want to go to sleep. So then we timed them, but they were too far apart. So she was like, so what do you want to do? I was like, well, I mean, if it's not contractions, there's no point in going to the hospital, right? And she was like, yeah, no. So we waited in the bathroom for like an hour to see if the contractions stopped or whatever. So we're just talking at like 5 a.m. No big deal. She said, okay, so why don't we do this? You go to bed and we'll wait until like 6:30 and then from there we'll see if you want to go to the hospital or not. And I was like, okay. I started to walk back to my room. I was like, I'm not going to sleep, first of all. I can't go to sleep and I'm not tired. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to shower and then go downstairs and do my homework because if I am going into labor, my last day of class is the next day. So I don't want to be in the hospital doing homework. So I went back to my room and my baby daddy was asleep. That man sleeps through anything, okay? So I told him what was happening. I was like, I think I'm having contractions. And before I could even say anything, he was like, so what do you want to do? I was like, I'm gonna shower right now. I'm gonna, do what I gotta do. And then he was like, okay. So he went back to sleep. And then I showered. I went downstairs to finish my homework and everything else. It was like 6:30 now. The cramps started to get a little more intense, but not to the point that I couldn't breathe, I guess. But it was painful. I had to like stop what I was doing for a second and then I could keep going. Then my mom was like, okay, let's go to the hospital. So we drove 45 minutes away. We got there. They admitted me. They put me into a room and they told me that they were gonna do an exam. So they did the exam and they said, well, you're 1 centimeter dilated. I was like, okay. They said, well, we can't admit you because you have to be a certain amount of centimeters. I can't remember what they said. So what we suggest is to going back home or just walking around, something to get your labor active. I was like, I guess. So I left and I told my baby daddy I wanted to go to IHOP. I was hungry. It was like 8 o'clock now. I had been up since 1, so I was starving. And then he was like, alright, bet. So we went to IHOP, and I was having contractions the whole way. There were contractions. Yeah. Oh, we got to IHOP, and I could barely get out of the car. I was like, no, I can't get out. I'm sorry. And then we went inside, we ate, and as I was eating, I was like, oh my God, I'm in the worst pain ever. Because, you know, I was having contractions. And then he was like, what do you want to do? He was like, let's go to the park, because that's where they suggested to go to the park and walk. I said, I'm not walking. Sorry, not sorry. Well, sorry, not sorry for me, I guess. But, because he's not the one going to be pushing out the baby, or whatever. So then we went back to his house, and we were just chilling there while I was having contractions. And I was just so tired. I just wanted to sleep, but I couldn't really fall asleep because I was having contractions. So I would like take like little cat naps, and then I would wake up and I'd be like, oh my God, here we go again. Meanwhile, this man's knocked. When I'm telling you he's the worst, he's the worst. And you know you're the worst. I know you're going to be watching this. You're the worst when it comes to sleeping. You don't know anything. You don't know what's going on. Then I got hungry, and I was like, yo, I'm hungry. So I was like, I'm fine. So then finally, when I was like so hungry, I was like, I'm taking your truck and going to get food. He was like, okay, I'm going. So then I called my mom, and I told her, Mom, you know, like, I'm still feeling this. And she was like, okay, so call the doctor. They're going to close the office. It's almost 5. I was like, okay. So I called. They said, what can I help you with? The doctor's not in right now. I said, well, I think I have contractions. I just want to ask her, like, if everything's okay. Should I come in? Or they said, well, we can leave you a message and call you back. Sis, I'm dying now, not a few days from now. And still to this day, they still haven't called me back about it. Like, but whatever. Yeah, I know I had the baby and everything, but like, sis, I called you and you said you were leaving a message. Where the doctor at? We did something, but I cannot remember what it was. But anyways, we were going to this deli that I wanted to go to, but then right next to it there was a pizza place. He was like, oh, let's get pizza. So whatever. So the whole ride there I was dying. And then when we finally when we got there, I started hysterically crying because I was in so much pain that he was like, I'm about to take you to the doctor or the hospital right now. And I was like, no, I need to eat. I need to eat. So we go to the pizza place. We sit down and eat because I didn't want to eat in the car. So I was like, let's just sit here and eat. So then as I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know, dying. And everybody probably like, sis, you okay? No, I'm not. So then I was like, bro, I can't finish this. Nope, we gotta go. So we're heading out. And as I'm walking out of the pizza place, I stop in the middle of the road because I got a terrible contraction. And I was like, oh my God, I can't move. I can't. Making a whole big scene. And he was like, come on, let's go. And I really couldn't. So I was like, you know, holding on to him. And like, he was kind of like pulling me. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So I called my mom, like, Mom, I don't know what to do. I'm in so much pain. She's like, okay, so let's go to the hospital. I was like, I don't want to go. And then they say, no, you have to go back. Like, no, I don't want to go and waste my time. So she's like, okay, so what do you want to do? I was like, I don't know, but I'm going home to shower. So she was like, okay. So I'm about to get in the truck, but I can't even get in the truck because I'm in so much pain. So I have to literally use him as a step stool. Or, yeah, step stool, I guess, something like that. So he helped me get in the truck. I was dying the whole way back. So he was like, are you sure you want to go right now? I was like, no. So I called my dad. We were on the phone. I was telling him what's happening. And he was like, what are your contractions like? How far apart? And I was like, I honestly don't know. I just stopped counting after a certain amount of time. So as I was on the phone, I started getting contractions. He counted them for me. As I was walking towards the house, I just stopped dead in the middle and was like moaning hysterically like, oh my God. So he came, he was like, what happened? So here I am, like, clinging onto him, like, oh my god, no. And I'm crying, making a whole big scene. My mom comes out because she hears me from inside the house. She's like, oh my god, what happened? So now here they both are carrying me inside the house. And I'm sitting on the couch crying. And then my mom was like, let's just go to the hospital. I was like, no, I want to shower first. So, my ass. So I went to go shower, and my boyfriend had left. He was like, I'll be right back. I was like, okay. So I went to go shower. I was, still having contractions. I took a bath first, and then I, like, showered. And then as I was getting dressed, I was like, oh, hell no, I can't do this. I can't. So I had to use the bathroom. I had to pee, and then my mom was like, let me go with you because, God forbid, like, you faint or something. I was like, okay. So I can't even sit. I can't even squat to sit. So I'm crying as I'm, like, using the bathroom. And then I hear my boyfriend come out. I was just crying. And then I go into the room, and I'm hysterical. And then my mom and him were like, yeah, no, we're going to the hospital. So we went to the hospital. And my mom was like, listen, they probably going to tell you they're not going to take you in. But you better do everything that you can so they can take you in. I was like, I don't even got to fake it. I'm in pain. We're on the way to the hospital. Then, they would have my information from earlier that day. So I just had to tell them my name. They put me in the room and said, okay, another exam. I was 2 centimeters dilated. The whole damn day, I was dilated only 1 centimeter. For real? He said, you're in early labor, this and that. And I was like, well, that's great. He was like, we usually don't admit people that are, less than, I think it's 5 centimeters or something like that. So, and then I was like, so what am I gonna do? He said, well, we can admit you and give you this, I don't know, I forgot what it's called. That it basically, like, knocks you out and for like 5 hours or something like that, and then you can get the epidural. But I was so against having an epidural. I was like, nope, I want to go natural. Nope. But I couldn't even go 2 centimeters all day. So I was like, I was like, yeah, whatever, just give me the drug, just admit me, whatever. So they put me in the room. They asked me all these questions. I couldn't even answer them because I was dying. And then they gave me the medicine or the drug, whatever, and then I knocked out for 5 hours. They gave it to me at 1 a.m. December 13th. And then at 5 a.m., literally 5 hours, it went away in 5 hours, literally. I rolled over and I said, at the nurse, I want this epidural right now. And he was like, where do I get the nurse at? Like, he was clueless because he had just woken up. He was like, hello, like, what do I do? Because I used the thing, the little call button, and he was like, yeah, she wants the epidural now. They came in, they were like, you want the epidural? I was like, yes. And of course, I do all this paperwork, I guess. And then they came in, and they gave me the epidural. The best thing in the world. And right when they gave it to me, I knocked out. Basically, like, I couldn't move, so I was just in bed falling asleep again, over and over again. So that was pretty much, that was just until like 3. I was dilating kind of slow. They had to break my water because my water didn't break, but I was still dilating really slow. So they were like, we're gonna have to speed up your dilation or whatever, if that's even a real word, because he's not gonna have enough water. So whatever. So then around like 3:30ish to 3, I was like, I feel like I have to push, blah blah blah. I was telling the nurse, and she was like, no, don't push, you're not ready, we just checked you. I was like, so why do I feel like I have to push? Like, I'm not pushing, but that's just how my body feels. She's like, no, you're not ready. And then the epidural kept like wearing off or something, and I was like, I feel everything, like literally everything. I know it's not supposed to like take away everything, but I felt everything. So then they called the anesthesiologist in, and they were like, well, before I give you any more, let me call in your doctor to see what she says. So she came in and she did an exam again, 10 centimeters. She was like, yep, he's coming out. I was like, so I pushed and I pushed for about like 20 minutes. And at 4:01 p.m., December 13th, my son was born after 38 hours. So, and then he was 6 pounds, 2 ounces, and he was 18 inches long. And yeah, he was a beautiful little baby. He still is. He's so big now. He'll be 3 months. No, he'll be 4 months in April. And yeah, that was my story time. I have to get back to class now. So this ending is gonna be a little quick, like straight after the story. So yeah, if you guys liked it, like it. Let me know if you want to know something else, see something else, you know, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Well, I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.